Now let's try and fit in a game of blitz chess. May 2041, good luck. Now let's bring the bishop right up, just a nice little annoyance of a move, but I'm going to come all the way back now. So check, and you've got another annoying pawn push to do. Let's go c5 first though. I'm just trying to put gentle pressure on. We've still got a check threat, you can block it. My opponent wants me to play it, I think. I'm going to push the pawn anyway, that's why they're delaying there. Let's bring the knight up first. Put some pressure on. There comes a point where I can actually play it with force if they allow too many moves. We've also got queen check and back if the right sequence happens. Not quite now. See, right now we're just tied a knight in. Pressure the pawn, queen up, or a check threat. Whoa, pawn forward. I didn't expect that. So knight up. Well, I might as well play a knight up. We create an immediate threat to the pawn if you push. But now I think we just throw the check in. We actually hit the knight as well. If you guard it, then we just take the pawn, I think. But if you don't guard, you just lose the knight. So we take, we hit the rook, we hit the knight as well. Okay, so I think we can drop the queen back here, threaten a check. Anything better? I don't see it. Queen back, bishop back might be a move. That's the type of idea I'm looking for. So queen back one, knight back. Queen back, bishop back. So what about queen here then? But then he takes. Queen back one, knight back, then bishop back, then takes, yeah. How do we do this? I think I just come back the one. So if he takes, I take the rook. He's moved really quickly there, but I think now we drop back and we hit the knight again. If he takes, we hit the rook. If he comes back, we can now take the rook. You just blitz the move out really quick. Yeah, so he's played the bishop back, but now we can actually take. And I don't think there's any devastating knockout blow. I mean, we can just crash forward this way. Okay, he can take the pawn and get a check, but we look safe. But we can even throw a check in. So he's played bishop up, so we can throw a check in. I mean, we can also take the pawn. I'm just trying to see if I can get the knight into play. Or even queen check. Now the knight does guard his bishop, so his bishop's fine. But there's a pawn loose here as well. But if we take, once his king's moved, he's still actually hitting the knight. I might have made a mistake here. So king up somewhere, queen check. Do we just take here? We can check. What does he do? Queen blocks, I think we just grab the pawn. We could trade and then take the pawn, because I think the knight's actually going to be lost. So only we can keep the knight. Okay. The rook across looks strong. Queen looks safe-ish. So let's play rook over. Threatening check or check. Can we do that anyway? Well, that's a check. It is blitz this one at 5 minutes, so I've got time here. The king can't step backwards or this way, so you've got a square here, or you give up the queen. Actually, it's over, isn't it? Yeah, you didn't have a square there because of the bishop. So we got lucky out of the opening there. So let's see how the engine says we actually played it. So I'll just pause and switch the cameras. Right, I've switched the cameras over, so we just click on the share button, get the details. We'll switch over to Lichess. Then we're comparing all our games exactly like for like. request an analysis, import the game. We are black for this game, so click this little menu button and just flip the board. We were black for this one, but it's just an opening mistake, that's all it was really. Obviously it gets very difficult after that, so we haven't played a full game here of course, but we just check the details pretty much every game we play. Like in the slower games anyway. Oh, we played that one very well as well. So we've got 95% versus 79 accuracy, CPL 1467. And we've just gained a gradual advantage out of the opening. Be interesting to see if I should have actually thrown some earlier checks in. So let's just see. So the engine's not flagging anything here. So in this position, it's now flagging bishop up instead of a3. Yeah, and I should have played knight to e7 instead of to h6. So 1.8 versus 1.2, excuse me. Okay, now we've got the knight in over, so that's okay. Queen up was good, takes is good, back is good. Back is good, and in this position you should take the knight instead of bishop back. So take the rook is good. Check is good, check is good, rook across is good. In this position I even overlooked myself the fact that the king's path is cut here, so you can't go on this file because of the rook, this file because of the queen. So the only move is to give up the queen there, and it's just going to be over, isn't it? In fact, it might be over with a checkmate here. Queen takes and queen in is a nice checkmate, isn't it? So I might have even missed that. I might have just taken the queen back, but it doesn't matter, as long as you win the game, that's all that matters. But in this position there, queen takes knight, you've got queen in for a checkmate. So that was very, very good, but just a simple opening mistake.